Now the engineer is running the engine, of course, and he's putting it in reverse, and then he's going to pull out the throttle. Well, that was a little bit of a jerk. And then the brakeman out the rear door here is watching to see that there's any reason to stop. He'll tell the engineer, that'll do. The engineer will bring it to a stop. And if it's an emergency stop, he has a special lever there on the railing that he can hit to put the brakes on totally. Like if there was a turtle crossing the tracks or something like that. That he didn't want to run over. Or if there was some heroin that was tied to the track with a guy with a tall black hat going like this. So in later years, of course, the unions got stronger and the railroads felt better about being nice to their employees. So they built bunk houses in City A and City B and City C. So when the train got to the end of the day for the people who were running it, like the people in the caboose, they left the caboose on the train and they just put the people in the caboose and in the engines and off they went. What do you do with the poor people that had to get off the caboose and off the engine? Well, they had a bunk house and they had a whole bunch of little rooms in there with a bed and maybe a sink to wash your hands. They had a communal bathroom and a shower room at the end of the hall for everybody on the hall. And the little room was just big enough to hold a bed and maybe a sink. And that was it. Smaller than a jail cell. And that's where they could take this thing. At least they'd be in their own little room. And they also had a 24-hour a day, 7-day a week eatery downstairs in the bunkhouse, so they could have food whenever they happened to come back from their run. It could be any time of the day or night that, of course, they came into the city. And they could always get something to eat before they went to sleep. And they could also get something good to eat before they got on the train to head back to wherever they're going for their next run. Nowadays, though, the railroads managed to get rid of 3 of those 5 guys on the crew. There's only 2 people on the crew, the conductor and the engineer. And usually they're both able to run the train. They're both checked out as engineers. There's only 2 people that come in our conductors. And after a year or 2, they have to pass engineer training where they're out the door and they'll get another guy in there cutting the hand. And those guys each have their own hotel room when they get to the city where they're going to lay over. So it's a lot different than it used to be in the early days. Here comes that train they sent us, Mark. Look at it, right out the window there. See him humming? That's the Canadian Pacific. He's running on BNSF tracks, but he has rights to run there, so there he is. That's the main line over there. Now this track we were on right out there, not the one right now, but the one that we were out there, was one of 4 tracks that ran up through this valley here. And the 2 outside tracks were freight trains and for trains that were serving industries along here, all along this whole area. Because there were industries every other block in those trains that shipped by rail. And the 2 center tracks were for passenger trains. The trains would run from St. Paul to Minneapolis without stopping, so we had the 2 center tracks where they could go fast. The freights were out of their way out on the outside tracks. So we were running down on the southernmost 4th track. The 3rd track's gone. They've got that made into a roadway so the railroad's vehicles can drive up and down the road over there. That's where their cops drive running along. That's any foolishness going on. That never happens, right? Oh no, of course not. That's because they're watching. Yeah.
All that grain I was able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called it into whatever city I'm where I live. That states in St. Paul over Minneapolis. Huh?
It is today.
Yep, it is today.
No, only on Valentine's Day. I mean Halloween. My wife used to get so mad at me because I call Valentine's Day Halloween. And really need her angry.